Today's podcast is brought to you by Audible.com. Get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/citizenho. Over 150,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player.
Hello there.
Hola.
And welcome to the 93rd episode of Citizen Ho.
Really? That many?
Yeah.
Damn.
You've listened to 93 conversations of Kevin and me talk about nothing.
Yeah, congratulations, maybe.
Well,
More like shame on you.
Yeah. We need to have champagne for the 100th episode.
Maybe. Except we might be doing that episode from your office.
Or
Granted,
the
it'll
Bronx.
be on a Friday. Or from the Bronx. Or New Jersey.
Mm-hmm. You'll have to record right after you move that Saturday.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen.
It'll be the Canada recording.
The Canada recording? Not
We're in
quite.
Canada.
We're not going to be in Canada.
Someone's not happy.
Yeah, well, he's been shut into the room, so he'll manage.
So, an uneventful week.
Yeah, well, let's see. Yeah, Trump only had one major thing to complain about all week, so
Well, it was
the ban or the overturning of the ban.
Well, the other thing that happened interestingly is what happened with Kellyanne Conway.
What? That she was promoting Ivanka's
Yep.
clothing line? Yeah, lovely. I'm going to go out and buy it right now.
Everyone should go.
What the hell? Why are you flossing now?
Because it's there.
Okay, Scott's flossing in the middle of the podcast.
Oh, did you hear about the new rule they want to do in baseball?
What?
Because
You have to floss when you're on third base? What?
no, they want to start extra innings with a runner on second to make games go quicker.
That's interesting. Except, what determines who the runner on second is?
That's it.
Who's the runner on second?
They're trying it in the minors. Probably should it be the last batter out, the next batter? That's a good question.
Yeah, like how is that determined? Considering the nature of the game.
Is it because if you're in the National League, could it be the pitcher? You know,
Yeah, it could be. Well,
maybe it's just a pinch runner. I don't know how they're going to do that.
yeah, exactly. Like, how does that work?
Maybe I don't know. They're starting in the minors this year to see how it works.
Unless maybe it is the last out from the previous inning. That's the only thing that makes a little bit of sense.
But then I would put a pinch runner. You could always pinch run for the last out.
Yeah, you could do a pinch runner at that point.
And then here's the next question: what happens if you've exceeded all your players?
What happens if you've exceeded all your players now?
The guys on the field just keep playing. But I'm saying if you take someone off the bench to be that runner,
If you take that, then he has to fill the position.
yeah, I don't. Well, I haven't figured out all the rules, but that's an interesting question.
Yeah, no, I think that's a simple one. Is that if you put your last out on second base and you then decide to put in a pinch runner for him, and at that point your bench is empty, the pinch runner has to take over that position, whatever it may be.
Sure. Let me see what the rules say. If it says anything on this.
Dun dun dun.
Okay. To experiment rule, automatically placing runner on second base to start extra innings. Or maybe the guy who's supposed to lead off is supposed to be the one who goes on second base.
Yeah, but then that batter is automatically given a base for free. And then he loses his place he loses his at bat.
Far too long on the average. Took 3. Here's how. Starting the 10th inning, instead of starting with no runners on base, team would automatically get a player on second base.
Okay, who?
I'm trying to see.
Oh, no, I know. Who's on first?
It doesn't say that part.
Now we know what the title of this episode.
Who's on first?
No, who's on second?
No, what's on second?
You missed the point.
All I want to know is what's the name of the guy on second base? First base.
No, what's the guy's name on first base? No, what is on second base? I'm not asking you who's on second. Who is on first? I don't know. Third base.
I don't give a darn. Oh, yeah, he's our shortstop.
Yeah, that's our shortstop.
Classic.
I just saw the tape I had of that. Someplace.
We used to listen to that on Wheels a lot.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess I brought that tape with me.
You're actually surprised by this?
Not really.
You probably have an MP3 of it also.
I did download an MP3 of it, but the tape that I have is a little bit more interesting because it has the original Camel cigarette commercials from the radio broadcast.
Oh.
Plus, it's also a complete radio broadcast.
It's also a tape.
Yes, but it's a tape of a complete radio broadcast.
Those are square CDs. Or rectangular.
Yes, with mechanical moving parts in them.
Mm-hmm. So what else is doing in your boring life?
Renovation. Which is coming along quite nicely.
Kevin has floors.
I have floors. They've painted the walls. All the crown molding is up.
He's plenty of mold.
No mold. And they started putting in some of the base molding so that we can
hide wires.
Well, no, the wires are hidden, but they've actually put it in and pop the wire and have the wires poking out so that I can actually
see. You didn't want to put jacks on the wall.
It would have been even more of a mess because they would have had to chop out the wall to do it. I mean, it would have looked a little bit neater, but
most of the places you have that, it's not exposed anyway.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I bought these little plastic boxes that are like yay big.
Yeah,
and they're square, and I can just mount them on the wall with like double face tape or screw them into the wall if I want. And I'll just have to have the wires poke up a little bit.
How are you doing on power outlets in the place?
Power outlets we're pretty good. There's a pretty good amount of outlets, and we added a few, so we should be fine on that one.
Everything is ground terminated power outlets.
Yeah, they're all. They all have 3 prongs. So
when I moved it to Forest Hills, I was about to.
I couldn't tell you. I don't know if the outlets are actually grounded, but they all have 3 prongs.
When I moved it to Forest Hills, I was about to plug in my computer, and all the outlets were.
Oh yeah.
I
think you asked me about that, and I told you go to a hardware store and just buy the little 2-prong to 3-prong adapters. That's what I used to power my computer in the house I lived in senior year of college.
So what I did though was I had my super replace them.
Oh, okay. You had the super replace the outlets?
Yeah. Though the idiots who installed my garage door, instead of telling me to get an extension cord that had 3 prongs, they just bent the ground.
Wait. They bent the ground
on the garage door opener, and they just have it plugged in 2-prong.
Oh, and they just bent off. Oh, they just snapped off the ground.
They didn't snap it off. They distorted it.
Oh, whatever.
Like, why didn't you just tell me? I would have bought I just noticed this like a month ago.
Yeah. Because the ground doesn't really do a whole lot, so it's fine, and it can function perfectly fine without it. So
as long as there's no major power surge.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
You'll be back. Ugh, I am tired.
Yeah.
Last 2 weeks have just killed me. I don't know why.
Yeah. My son decided to wake me up at 4 a.m.
Did he wake your wife up at 4 a.m.?
Probably.
What was wrong at 4 a.m.?
I don't know exactly. Probably his teeth bothering him or something.
Oh, he was crying. You came out and said hi.
He was crying. He still had the pacifier. Usually when he wakes up crying in the middle of the night like that, it's because his pacifier fell out and he wants something to chew/suck on. But I had to figure because my wife's coworker was staying over, so this poor woman had to listen to him cry at 4 a.m.
Oh.
And then to make it even more fun is after I came in there and calmed him down, he laid down, went to sleep, looked like he was going to sleep. I started walking away, and then of course, boom, he gets right back up again. So I had to go back and calm him down again.
It might have just been being around a stranger type thing. He woke up, saw this person he didn't recognize.
It's dark in here. I don't. It was hard for him to see much. Maybe. It's possible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't really know. Maybe just that looking around and the environment looked a little different, which means it'll be delightful when we move too. But I mean, hey, at least he'll be in his own crib and he'll recognize that.
You're in for a treat.
Yeah, it'll be fine. He'll get used to it. He'll adapt. May take a little while, but he'll adapt.
So can I introduce our guest?
No, you can't introduce our guest because we have no guest.
Yes, we do.
We have a soundboard.
You're no fun.
It's huge.
Trump. President Trump.
F you.
So, Donald Trump, why did you become president?
I employ thousands of people,
And
I made a lot of money in Atlantic City, and I'm very proud of it. I have a wonderful family. I have a great, great company.
No, you don't.
I just sold an apartment for $15 million. Billions and billions.
I like that one.
Billions and
Billions and billions.
Billions and billions.
$15 million. Asshole.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
Ah, fuck you.
And it only makes common sense.
No, it doesn't. Nothing you say makes common sense.
The American dream is dead. I will bring it back. Bigger, better, and stronger. We will make America great again.
Not the way you're
Our
doing
country
it.
needs- We have losers. Nobody can do that like me. We have losers. All talk.
Oh, all talk. That's you.
Politicians, all talk.
That would definitely be
I
you.
love China.
El Presidente.
What else is good?
Turn off the lights. I love babies.
Pedophile.
Ding, ding,
Jag off.
ding.
What the hell is that?
To speak English. Low energy. We do not need bigly, huge,
Bigly. Huge. 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 What did he say? What?
Boom, boom, boom.
Oh, God. I don't need to hear Donald Trump saying boom, boom, boom. That's just wrong on way too many levels.
Oh, stupid advertisements.
And I order 4,000 televisions. I want more than a wall.
And this is what my wife should be doing tonight.
We eat McDonald's until we come to an agreement.
Right.
My wife's flight is stuck in
Chicago.
Chicago,
We highly recommend the McDonald's there.
but she's at a different airport.
They have McDonald's at Midway, too, I'm sure.
Tweet us at Citizen Hope Pod. Let us know if there's a McDonald's at Midway Airport.
Hashtag Mickey D's at Midway.
Ugh.
Question mark.
It's a shame this man is our president.
Yeah, but we as a people, as a whole, voted him in.
They did. I didn't.
Yeah, maybe not you personally. I didn't
voted-
say you personally.
I voted for Kodos.
I said we as a people, as a whole, voted him in.
But
Congratulations, America. Or, congratulations, America.
This is what's bothering me more than anything. You have these Republicans that said they will not bow down to him. They will not blah, blah, and they're caving to party. John McCain fucking hates the guy, yet he confirmed all his nominees. He voted yes on every single nominee.
Yeah, it's simple.
Party before country.
No, I don't know if it's party before country as much as I think they're biding their time. They figure at some point he'll just implode.
It's happening sooner than later.
Maybe. We'll
Like,
see.
what-
Because
what-
they've come out, they've said a few things here and there against him. Not a lot.
I mean, what McConnell did this week to Elizabeth Warren was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, considering he then let Bernie Sanders stand on the Senate floor and do the exact
Four
same
guys.
things.
4 people did it.
4 people went up and did the exact same thing, and they did nothing to them.
Mitch McConnell should be thrown out of office. The Senate is
just
a
did it
boys'
to
club.
stick it. They just did it to stick it to Warren because they don't like her.
Yeah. The Senate is a boys'
Which is,
club,
I
basically.
mean, hey, she's a bit of a blowhard, so
Yeah, I hope she does not run for president.
she might very well.
Though I heard a good... I'm supporting Al Franken for 2020.
Al Franken. I still find it amusing that he's a politician.
So was Sonny Bono.
Yeah, but
So was Ronald Reagan.
Al Franken is Stuart Smalley. You're good enough, you're smart enough, and doggone it, people like you.
He was the character? I thought he was just a writer on that.
No, he was the actor.
Okay, I don't think so.
Fine.
Stewart... No, not Stewie. Stewart's...
Family Guy much?
Oh, he was Al Franken. What do you know?
Yes.
But Sonny Bono was the bomber on... What was it, Airplane or Airplane 2?
Airplane 2, I
and he
think.
sang, I Got You, Babe.
Yeah, so?
Ronald Reagan was president. The actor?
Ronald Reagan? The actor?
You know, if they brought back to the Future, who was president in 2016? Donald Trump. You're fucking with me, right?
Yeah. Let's see. That would be traveling from 1985 to 2016.
Well, 1987, but yeah. 30 years, I would go back.
What?
I'd say...
Yeah, okay, fine. Well, then... Oh, yeah, 87.
Just remember, Kevin knows math.
87, 85, it was close enough.
What would be a car that would be good for a time machine today? A Mini
What's
Cooper.
a good... Mini Cooper's an option, except they're really small.
Like a DeLorean had a lot of space?
It's bigger than a fucking Mini Cooper.
That is a smart car. You have to go 8 miles per hour.
What would be a good one now? I don't know. The
I'm
problem
not really
is most
into
cars
cars.
are actually reasonably well made. They don't have like a reputation for breaking down much.
Oh, that's what the DeLorean was?
No, I think it was
DeLorean
more.
was discontinued by that point.
Fuck
Fuck it, just use
much.
a DeLorean again.
Yeah, almost. Well, they are making new
I know.
DeLoreans now, so you can use a modern DeLorean.
And the time circuits are operated by an iPhone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The flux capacitor is
No.
The flux capacitor has Bluetooth.
Doc, how do you tell where to go? There's an app for that.
Google Maps.
Google Time.
Yeah, that's it. No flux capacitor. Google time travel. They may have that at some point too.
I think we have a screenplay coming.
Oh God, no.
Modern.
No, that's not going to work.
I don't think Zemeckis would allow it, actually.
Probably
I think that's
not.
one of the movies that they consider sacred and won't allow remakes of.
Ugh, good. Don't let George Lucas touch it.
Well, the prequels weren't that bad.
Return of the Sith was
Revenge.
okay. Revenge of the Sith, excuse me, was okay.
Episode 1 had a decent story with a bad implementation.
The focal point of the movie was the stupid pod race.
Yeah, which was 40 minutes of the movie, and it should have been like 5.
I know. Exactly. I kind of remember sitting in the theater watching that, like, okay, well, is this over yet? Why is this taking so long?
I will say this, Revenge of the Sith probably had the best space battle in the history of the Star Wars saga.
Maybe. I haven't seen Revenge of the Sith in
The opening
quite
scene.
some time. Like I said, have not seen it in quite some time. Since I saw it in the theaters, really.
When I watched the Super Bowl at our mutual friend's house, and he has the projector that he's renting. I'm like, we need to watch
He's renting
Star
a projector?
The house has a projector that they're renting.
Oh, okay.
I watched the Super Bowl there. I'm like, we need to watch like Star Wars on this. But I'm
Hey,
like, we have to
there's
watch
a good
Empire.
idea.
But I'm like, you know what? Empire doesn't really have a good space battle.
Eh,
I mean, the Hoth battle's cool, but I don't. You want something with like a lot of fast action. I think like the end of Jedi or the end of
the end of A New Hope has a good battle.
yeah.
The
The end of
assault on
Jedi
the Death
cuts too
Star.
much from it. I feel.
It cuts it. There's a lot of cutting back and forth, but
I think it would be cool to watch on it.
that's one of the many things I'm looking forward to watching again when I have a living room to myself again.
What, Star Wars?
Yeah. Have not watched it in quite some time. Have
Yeah,
not watched any of
we're-
the movies I have.
We're
in
planning
quite
a
some
trilogy
time.
night.
So that your wife can see it?
Yes. You guys want to come? We're inviting our friends from Pennsylvania.
Your friends? Which friends from Pennsylvania?
Who's the coolest girl we know?
Oh, that would be awesome. I'm tempted. Except I'm sure Max will fall asleep in like 10 minutes.
Oh, Max is staying with a babysitter. They're
Oh,
gonna
it's
bring
that
their
kind
kids.
of night.
Yeah.
You mean I have to find a babysitter in Riverdale for him by then?
Drop them off in the east side, then you go to...
Then go to Jersey?
Yeah. It actually wouldn't be that bad if you think about it.
Maybe. Well, it depends. Traffic on the Harlem River Drive going up to the GW Bridge is a bitch.
Sometimes.
A lot of times.
The good thing about you is the southbound approach from the Henry Hudson is usually not that bad to the GW.
No, because not that many people use it. So it's pretty easy. Plus, also, the southbound approach is getting off onto Riverside Drive and then getting onto the same ramp that they use from the northbound side.
Yeah, that's the only part that sucks about it.
There's no real... there's the one traffic light. You make the turn, and then you make another turn.
It's a little dangerous, but...
Not really. What's so dangerous?
Because what it was is to get to, like, the lower level, you have to, like, go over, like, 3 lanes or something like that.
Yeah, if you want to get to the lower level.
I usually take the lower level.
Yeah. On the weekends, I don't think it matters all that much, unless there's some kind of problem.
The GW, there are never problems.
I don't know. I've taken it a few times. It's been smooth. Actually, I never told you about this. When I drove to your house at New Year's, we stopped in Riverdale before we came down to you.
You did tell me.
So we were driving over the bridge, and I'm doing... I think the speed limit on the bridge is, 40. And I'm doing 50. Basically keeping pace with the rest of the traffic. And there's this truck that's, like, on my ass. Honking his horn.
I would have slowed down.
Except he was so close to me that if I slowed down, he would have gone right into me.
With Max in the car, it's not worth it.
Yeah, exactly. With anybody in the car, it wasn't worth it. So I just kept my pace and did my thing. I was like, where does this guy want me to go? I could have sped up a little bit, but then I would have just I would have had to slow down at the people in front of me anyway. So
when someone tailgates me, I usually slow down to the speed limit.
But and then I see him. He's like swerving. He's trying to get around me, and he can't. And I had this guy like in front of me, behind me, in front of on my side, like pretty much most of the way down the turnpike until I got off onto 78.
The same guy?
Yeah, same truck.
That's weird.
And he was driving like a maniac. He kept trying to swerve around people. And then I noticed on the side of his door at one point, I think it said...
asshole?
No. It was going someplace in Pennsylvania. And I was like, oh, this guy's rushing to get home before New Year's. I'm sure that's what it was. But yeah, he was driving like an asshole.
Fuck you, truck driver.
Yes. Fuck you, truck driver, driving like an asshole on the George Washington Bridge.
We'll name you Herb.
There are no truck drivers named Herb anymore. They're all dead.
We'll name you Jamal.
Yeah, not necessarily.
Did you see the Goldbergs this week yet?
Yes, I did.
Tennis is hard.
No, I did see it. Yeah, what?
Tennis is hard.
Oh. Can you slow down the balls?
then stop channeling Agassi. Channel back. I should let Marissa see that episode.
Yeah, that was good. That show rarely disappoints.
Yeah. It's just, But I guess, are they going to get into the 90s, you think?
I mean, at some point, I'm sure they have to, but my guess is probably not until, like, Adam goes to college or something.
Hold on, me.
So, I mean, because this is their 4th season now, right? Yeah. So, yeah, they got 4 seasons out of his... 4 seasons out of his... Or 3 seasons, really, out of junior high, middle school. Well, 4 seasons out of high... Yeah, but this is the 4th season. Yeah. So, they have 3 more seasons of high school.
I kind of hope
when he goes to college, they could probably shift to...
I kind of hope they do something with Erica going to Penn State. It'd be kind of cool to see what they could, like, film in State College.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know what they'll do about that. I don't know how much that necessarily matters. But you know what does matter? Yeah. Paying the bills.
How do you do that, Kev?
You can go to www.audibletrial.com/citizenho, where you can sign up for a free 30-day trial account and get a free audiobook download. There are thousands upon thousands of titles to choose from, such as...
I have to find Chrome.
Ugh, shame on you. I thought you had this all prepared.
Yeah, I did. I had open too much. 1984 by George Orwell. Narrated by Simon...
George Orwell?
Narrated by Simon Preble.
Who?
The narrator.
Who's Simon Preble?
If you don't know what 1984 is...
I know what 1984 is.
No, I was talking to our listeners. I'm not going to describe
If you don't know what 1984 is, watch the news.
Turn on the TV.
Yeah, you'll know pretty quickly.
We're living it.
Alternative facts. Bigley.
She's such a cunt. Like, I don't... Apparently, I read an article today, he's getting infuriated that he can't run the country like he runs his business. Like, what he says just doesn't happen.
Yeah, what did I say about it when he was still a candidate? He can't run the country like he runs his business, where he just says something and it gets done. It doesn't work that way. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure it's frustrating him. Somebody I work with actually said that he could see him just quitting and saying, "All right, I'm done. I can't." I
think his ego is too big for that.
In some ways, I agree. I don't think he would. I don't know if he could deal with it. But if he gets beaten up enough by or stopped enough by the courts and frustrated enough by the system, he could say, like, "You guys are like, that's it. You're on your own, America."
Like, aside from,
I tried to make it better. You wouldn't listen.
As far as I can see, I really only see one impeachable offense right now,
which is
the not divesting. He's in defiance of the Annulments Act, but not divesting.
The emoluments thing.
Yeah, whatever. I think it's emoluments. I don't know.
Emoluments.
He's definitely defiance of that. But in terms of like what he does on Twitter, it's just conduct not becoming of the president is why I consider.
Yeah, well, that's one of the biggest problems. But
that's not
and all that. Oh, I can be very presidential. Like, well, you haven't been so far.
To like tweet against Nordstrom, they love it.
Oh yeah, their stock has skyrocketed from it.
Yeah, their sales are up like 30%. Everyone's like, "Ooh, let's piss off Trump, so he'll tweet at us in our."
Yeah.
But I just don't believe this is the world we live in.
Yeah, it is.
Forgiven.
For at least 3+ more years.
Or 20 days, depending on how you look at it.
20 days?
Let's see what happens.
Why 20 days?
What does he have? Let's see. He's at 20 days. He has 10 days to tie William Henry Harrison.
Oh. Yeah, we'll see. The problem with getting him impeached is that Congress has to vote on it, and you have to get enough Republicans to do it.
If he does something that heinous, they will.
If he does something heinous enough,
they would love to have Pence in the White House.
I'm sure. And that's why, going to the conversation we were having before the show started, is I think a lot of the Republicans who hate him are basically just holding their tongue right now and biding their time, and they'll pounce when they'll pounce at a weak moment for him.
Mm-hmm. There was also, it's like I said, it's like the thing with private parts.
Huh?
The average Stern listener lives for 90 minutes.
I want to see what he'll say next.
Okay, what about the people who hate him? They listen for 2 hours and 20 minutes. If they hate him, why do they listen to him? Most common answer: I want to see what he'll say next.
Almost. No, I think most of the Republicans that hate him, they're just waiting. They're waiting for him to fuck up.
Yeah, big.
And they figure he probably will. So the only one who doesn't have a lot of time to sit around and wait is John McCain. Just because, what is he, 80?
Is he really that old?
He's up there.
But McCain, like the stuff he said about McCain, and McCain still supports him, is ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I like people who weren't captured.
He's 81. He'll be 81 this year.
Yeah, there you go. He's 80.
Well, we know Bernie Sanders won't run again. He'll be dead by the time the next election comes around.
Yeah, well, that's because he might have a heart attack.
Had you actually heard of him before the election?
No. A lot of people hadn't, unless you were from Vermont. Or you went to high school with him in Brooklyn.
So your dad knew him?
No. My dad didn't go to I think. Well, actually, no, he is about my dad's age.
He's older than your dad.
He looks a lot older than my dad, but... No, I mean, my dad's 71.
My dad's 70... Turning 74 next month, I think? Or 73. 73. He was born in 40. Shit, was he born at 43 or 42?
Yeah, actually, well, my dad's 71 and a half now. It's for you. Who dat?
3 guesses. Long line at Potbelly, may skip. Okay. Our podcast audience is glad about this.
I guess that's your wife.
Yes.
She was going to go to Potbelly, apparently.
Why does she have to go there when she has one at home? But no.
Hardy har har.
Some people seem to think that he's going to get a second term. I don't see how that's possible.
Only if he can really improve the economy.
And he took credit for like a job growth, which was basically because of Obama.
Well, he's trying to take he was trying to take credit for it like right after he took office.
Which is
Yeah.
Or the Nasdaq hit like over 20,000 for the first time ever, or was it?
No, the Dow hit 20,000. Nasdaq hit, I want to say 2,000. No, 5,000 maybe.
All right. Now let's talk about something a lot more entertaining.
Such as
movies.
Ooh, movies are entertaining.
Please explain monosyllabically.
No. But we might as well just start with the movies coming out this week. So we start off with, can't believe I get to read this. Oh, goody. 50 Shades Darker. Starring... Damn it. Okay.
Damn it.
Starring Jamie Dornan, Dakota Johnson, Rita Ora, and Luke Grimes.
I've already reviewed this for us.
Okay. When a wounded Christian Grey tries to entice a cautious Anna Steele back into his life, she demands a new arrangement before she will give him another chance. As the two begin to build trust and find stability, shadowy figures from Christian's past start to circle the couple, determined to destroy their hopes for a future together.
Right.
Yeah, probably. I can't believe they actually still made a second one.
My thing about that is, like, the whole 50 Shades thing is, like, 3 years ago. I think it's too far removed from the books, the popularity of the books.
No, because the people who love the books were all gung-ho to see the first movie, so...
First movie didn't even do well.
Yeah, because it was crappy, but before it came out, people were gung-ho about it. Okay. And then when a few people saw it, and then word got around that it sucked.
John Wick, Chapter 2. Ooh. Keanu Reeves, Common...
How do I not remember Chapter 1?
Ruby Rose, Ricardo Scamarcio. In this next chapter, following the 2014 hit, legendary hitman John Wick, Keanu Reeves is forced back out of retirement by a former associate plotting to seize control of
forgot Kung Fu.
Of a shadowy international assassins guild. Bound by blood oath to help him, John travels to Rome, where he squares off against some of the world's deadliest killers.
Okay. Yeah, rotten.
I can actually go fresh on this.
Why?
I heard the first one was actually good.
I don't even remember the first one. And it's a sequel. Okay. Next we get the Lego Batman movie, starring Will Arnett, Michael Cera, Zach Galifianakis, and Rosario Dawson. The Dark Knight, the Caped Crusader, Batman, is the crime-fighting vigilante everyone can count on to save the day. When Gotham City is threatened once again, the brooding heavy metal rapping machine is forced to work with a new police commissioner and a certain young orphan to save the day. Will he find that working alone isn't all it's cracked up to be? Maybe the Dark Knight will learn to work as part of a team, finding new friends and happiness along the way.
I'm going fresh.
I will go fresh on this one also.
Oh, all right. A United Kingdom. Oh, never mind. Not Marissa. New Jersey Transit.
Oh, darn.
A United Kingdom. Rosamund Pike, David Oyelowo, David O, Jack Davenport, and Draco Malfoy.
Right.
A United Kingdom is the true story of a forbidden love of King Seretse Khama of Botswana, David O, and Ruth Williams, Rosamund Pike, a white woman from London, which caused an international uproar when they decided to marry in the late 1940s.
Ooh,
just as apartheid was being introduced into South Africa. It was a decision that altered the course of Afrikaan history.
African.
I'm going to go fresh.
I'll go fresh on that too.
Because if we don't, we'll be called racists.
Whatever. Bornless Ones, starring Margaret Judson, Devin Goodsell, Michael Johnston, and Mark Furze. Furze? I don't know. Anyway.
Who cares? She's dead.
Having just moved to a remote home near an institution to better care for her brother Zach, Emily invites a few friends over to help her unpack. They soon discover strange symbols etched into the boards on the windows. In an effort to clean the house, they clear them away, soon realizing the gravity of their mistake as
they one by one.
As they one by one become possessed by an evil force.
Rotten.
Yeah, rotten.
This one sounds interesting. Eagles of Death Metal, No Sami. This HBO documentary film follows the American rock band Eagles of Death Metal as they recount their experience before, during, and after a tragic terrorist attack on their concert in Paris on November 13, 2015. Was that one of the attacks that was
underreported?
Yeah. A heinous act of violence that claimed 89. The film spotlights the deep bond of friendship between band co-founders Jesse Hughes and Josh Homme, as well as the intensely personal connection that the Eagles of Death Metal had always had with their devoted fans. That relationship, coupled with a profound sense of responsibility to help the Bataclan survivors cope with their physical and emotional wounds, inspired the band to return to Paris. First to perform with U2 at a rescheduled concert 3 weeks after the attacks, and later to finish the Paris show at the Olympia concert hall in front of their fans. Oh, that was okay. I just didn't know it was a band. I remember it was a concert hall. That's right.
Yeah. Okay.
Many of whom are. Yeah, I'm going to go fresh on this.
Documentary cred.
Yeah.
Okay. Next we have Havenhurst, starring Julie Benz, Fionnuala Flanagan, Belle Schaus, and Josh Stamberg. Jackie Benz, a troubled young woman with an unyielding alcohol addiction, is released from rehab and given a second chance with a new job in a furnished apartment at Havenhurst. Guilt-ridden over the tragic loss of her 8-year-old daughter, Jackie is quickly drawn into the mysteries of Havenhurst, in particular the unsolved disappearance of the apartment's previous occupant, a young woman, Harris, she befriended in rehab, who disappeared recently without a trace.
Trying to make me go to rehab, and I said no.
Oh, just stop.
No.
Aided by a hardened New York police detective and a lonely foster child who lives under the shadow of her caretaker's sadistic whims, Jackie must not only battle her inner demons, but the very real ones that live deep within the walls of Havenhurst. Dun dun dun.
Crap. Rotten.
Yeah, rotten.
Oh, I hit the wrong thing. This one sounds interesting. Hold on. I hit the wrong button. There we go. Keddy follows the hundreds of thousands of cats who have roamed the metropolis of Istanbul freely
Metropolis?
for thousands of... What did I say?
I don't know what you said. It was some mangling of metropolis and metropolitan.
The metropolis of Istanbul freely for thousands of years, wandering in and out of people's lives, impacting them in ways only an animal who lives between the worlds of the wild and the tamed can. I think that's supposed to mean tamed cat.
Yeah, well, it's documentary cred, even though I don't know.
Are you sure it's documentary?
Oh, yeah, it says documentary.
Let's go fresh.
Yep. Oh boy. Running Wild, starring Sharon Stone, Tommy Flanagan, Jason Lewis, Dorian Brown Pham. Tells the story of a young widow trying to save her ranch following her husband's fatal car crash. She creates a convict rehabilitation program working with a herd of wild horses that have wandered onto her property. She did not anticipate the greed, bureaucracy, and vanity that she must overcome to heal the convicts, the horses, and ultimately herself.
Rotten.
Yeah.
Lack of horse cred.
Lack of naked Sharon Stone cred?
Dude, she's like 60.
Well, yeah, that too. Anyway.
Stray Bullets. Jack Fessenden, James Legros, John Sparadakos.
Yeah, something like that.
Larry Fessenden. In 16-year-old Jack Fessenden's directorial debut, teens Connor and Ash head to Ash's father's trailer for the weekend. When three crooks on the run from a hitman stash their car nearby, they seek refuge inside the trailer, holding the teens hostage. Connor and Ash must now help the criminals before the hitman kills everyone in his wake.
Dun dun dun.
I'm going to go fresh on this. It sounds interesting. 16-year-old director.
Should I go with the new director cred? I'm going to go rotten on it. I don't buy it.
Well, we may have a problem here.
What?
Flickster's not running.
What?
What
is this crap?
The app wouldn't connect.
For shame.
Go to RottenTomatoes.com. Alright. first two. John Wick, Chapter 2, 91%. Circle gets the square.
Damn.
Lego Batman movie, 91%. 50 Shades Darker, what's your guess?
3%.
9.
Okay, then.
A United Kingdom, Fresh, 84%. Do we land on why we didn't have that one? Opening this week, let's see what we got. Sorry, it's a little slower because Flickster was broken. Okay, Kenny, 100% Fresh.
Okay.
Havenhurst, 40% Rotten. Stray Bullets, 86% Fresh. Running Wild. 1 fresh review, that's it. What else do we have? Bornless ones. Bornless ones. I don't see anything on here. Let's drill in. 3 fresh reviews. Interesting.
Okay, then.
Eagles of Deathmark. Let's search. Eagles of Death. Eagles of Death Metal. All fresh reviews, no consensus yet. And what's the last one? Running Wild?
Yep.
No, not Rubbing Wild.
That's probably a very different kind of movie.
No review. Alright. How are we doing? Yeah, it'll be a shorter episode today.
Not that much shorter.
Alright, fans, so tweet us at CitizenHoPod, Facebook.com/CitizenHo, at CitizenHoPod on Instagram, email us at dumbass@citizenho.com, download, review, iTunes, Stitcher, and Google Play. For Citizen Ho, I'm Scott.
I be Kevin.
We out. Be
Bye-bye.
excellent to each other.
Bye-bye.
Station!